usual obstacles, the typical slogs. I was tossed in a pit full of menacing dogs, then sold into slavery for a $10 note, surrounded by possums and suckled by goats. I was tied to a rock overlooking the Thames, swept into the river and fished out again, accused of adultery by a well-known harlot and burned at the stake by North African pirates. But as fate deemed appropriate, down came the rains, blinding my captors and dousing the flames, and drowning the harlot who called out my name. That's nothing unusual, it's just more of the same. Then I laid around Memphis for a couple of weeks, too exhausted to stand and too edgy to speak, too hungry to think and too tired to pray, but no place to go and yet no place to stay. And to add to life's innumerable petty frustrations, I was stranded for hours in the local train station before setting off to squander the seasons in the cities that blanket the northeastern regions. As we finally set off with great jubilation in the general direction of Pennsylvania Station, I recalled how my father said, "You're not to blame. A fool is a fool and you're just more of the same." With an uncertain future and dwindling reserves, old scraps of paper and overwrought nerves, I saw her before me, her foot on the stair, her hands on the railing, the wind in her hair. Well, it seemed like I'd seen her one time in L.A., at some local art gathering or some miserable play, or perhaps in Chicago, or maybe a dream. But dreams are beyond me. Who knows what they mean? And off in the distance a slow-moving train, all covered with hobos, all drenched in the rain, trying to believe that their lives aren't in vain. That's nothing unusual, it's more of the same. As I went out walking one evening so fair, I spied a young jaybird circling the air. "Come hither, young jaybird, and sit on my knee, and we'll watch the sunrise over Avenue C." No, I wouldn't come hither to a rounder like thee, for ye may take vengeance on a poor bird like me, and leave me like Papa down 6 feet below. And I said, "Hey, hold on, take it easy there, crow. You know how many have lived here like many before? They've walked the same hallways and swept the same floors. They fought the same battles with varied resources, and they sought the same pleasures from a number of sources. They've married, divorced, and the kids have left home. They've taken to beds that they hide in alone, living in limbo and dying insane. Hey, that's nothing